We'll start. Cool. So happy Monday, everyone. Glad that you're here. And find your comfy seat as usual. Let's get ourselves settled in here. So take a moment and just get yourself grounded. You can close your eyes down. Feel your hips rooting into your mat or into your floor. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Take your shoulders up by your ears really tight and then release them, roll them back down the body. Gently lift the crown of the head. Coming into breath, bringing the breath in through the nose, filling the chest and the ribs, down until the belly pulls away from the spine, and pause. And then trace the breath back up. Take a couple rounds of that 3-part breath on your own, bringing your mind's eye awareness to your third eye. And just be with your breath for a few rounds. Take one more round of breath. And then let's begin with some cobra in a basket. So begin moving in those circles. Just starting to get the body flowing today. And then reverse your direction. And as you're ready, we'll come back to center. Let's clasp our hands and bring them out in front. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, push the hands through. Inhale up and through. One more. And this time as you come up, we'll go to the right and let the arms float down, gaze over the back shoulder, checking in with yourself that you're sitting up nice and tall. Flip the right palm up, sweep up and across the body. Nice side body stretch. And exhale, release that down. Hands on either side. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, twist to the left and float, arms down, gaze over the back. And then we're going to flip the palm, inhale up and across the body. Exhale, release. Hands on either side. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your sits bones rooted. Walk your fingertips forward so that you can bow your head and really feel that release in your lower back. Take a nice slow breath all the way down to your belly and your lower back, and then trace the breath back up. We'll walk our hands over to the right, enjoying that nice stretch all along the left side of our body. Coming back to center, and let's take the hands over this time to the left, enjoying the right body stretch. Back to center, and gently roll yourself back up. Shoulders come back and down. Right ear to right shoulder. Left fingertips on the mat. Right hand comes up. Again, a nice slow breath this morning. We'll come back to center. Over to the left with the ear. Left hand up, right fingertips out. Take a breath. Then we'll come back up to center, hands out to a T. Let's first work with our wrists in one direction and then the opposite. And then we'll take our right arm underneath our left, coming into eagle arms. If this isn't your jam, you know, you can always cross your hands over your shoulders like so. So inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Let's do that one more time. And as you exhale, find a spot where you can really feel that you're starting to release tension in between your shoulder blades. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Just release any tension in our jaw. Open the mouth wide. And then release. 2 more nice slow breaths. We'll undo our arms, back out to our T. And now let's reverse, left arm under right. Find your grip or cross your hands over your shoulders. And then inhale up and exhale down. One more. Find your spot. Let's hold and breathe. And then we'll release all of that and let the arms float down. Let's go into tabletop, all fours. Get yourself all set up. Our knees will come underneath our hips, wrists underneath our shoulders. And begin some cat-cows, inhaling up and exhaling, rounding the back. So continue with your cat-cows. So I'm finding myself where I'm getting stuck again in old habits. Do you ever do that where you have gotten a really great streak on meditation or something, and then you start really feeling peaceful and then you let it go? And then once you start getting stressed out again, you go, oh, that's right, I haven't been doing my regular practices. And come back to a neutral spine. Let's take our right foot back and place the ball of the foot on the mat. And let's just pulse through, giving some relief to that calf. And so I've been examining, you know, gosh, am I drinking enough water? Am I eating the things that I know make me feel really energetic? Am I meditating with regularity? And thinking about, you know, as it's spring, how do I get unstuck? Let's take that knee back to the mat, and then we'll take our left one long. So it was really ironic this morning, the meditation that I did with the Oprah Deepak series was exploring how your self-awareness transforms your perception. And the centering thought today was, today I'm creating a better version of myself. And the mantra, you can bring that knee back. And let's take both of our hips and drop them to the right and look over the left. And so today the mantra that went with that is Om Hrim Hum. Let's come back to center, drop hips left. I'll say that again, it's Om Hrim, H-R-E-E-M. Back to center, and let's drop right. Om Hrim Hum, H-O-O-M. So Om Hrim, back to center, drop left, Hum. And that mantra basically invites a connection with the universe as you're exploring, you know, yourself and the path that you'd like to be on. Let's make some corner hips to all 4 corners of the mat. And so I liked that today of thinking about spring and thinking about the best version of yourself. And as you imagine that best version of yourself, what are those couple things that you say, you know, the best version of myself is when I'm getting, and then reverse the direction of your circles. When I'm drinking a lot of water, when I'm getting a lot of nature, when I'm getting my bike rides, or, you know, whatever makes you really feel your best self, and how might you just get in touch with that and invite more of that in Right hand underneath the heart, sweep the left arm up. And exhale. And as you explore that and invite in that awareness about yourself, a mantra that can support you and just thinking through and inviting that in is Om Hreem Hum. Om Hreem Hum. Take a nice, long, slow breath here. And let's push our right hand into the earth and sweep the left arm up. And now we'll take our left arm underneath our heart, or left hand, sweep the right arm up, and let's thread the needle on the opposite side. Right shoulder is coming down. And take this long, slow breath. How about another one? And then we're going to push into our left hand, coming back up. Awesome. Tiger pose on the right. Inhale up, and then exhale, knee towards nose. Let's do 4 more. And our last one. And bring that leg forward, planting your left hand down, sweeping the right arm up to the ceiling. And then bring those fingertips down and inhale. Fingertips to the ceiling as we rise. Exhale back to cactus. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, opening to the right. Sweep the right arm down. And back up. And then float both hands down. Curling our left toes under, coming up into a low lunge. So first, just finding your stability in low lunge. And let's plant our left hand and sweep our right arm up to the ceiling in our lunge. Beautiful. Hand comes back down, rising up to crescent. Hands can balance on the thighs first. And then raise the fingertips up to the ceiling. Think about your shoulders coming back and down away from your ears. Inhale here, and on your exhale, we're going to open up to a T this time. So finding our balance in the full expression here of crescent. Right hand goes down, both hands above us. Exhale, float the hands down to the ground. Let's set our left knee down. Right hand comes on the inside, going into runner's lunge. So heel toe over to the side with the right foot, fingers and toes line up. If this is a great stretch, just bow your head. If you want to go deeper, you can take the left leg back a little bit. Maybe you come onto elbows. Take a nice, long, slow breath. Just giving our right hip some love. One more breath and make it an open mouth exhale. Great. Wherever you are, come back up onto your hands. We'll rock back and bring that right foot back to meet. Let's tuck both of our toes under and begin to sit back with our hips on top of our heels. And let's just give the soles of our feet a nice stretch before we do everything on the opposite side. Shoulders back and down, hands can rest on your thighs, gaze is forward. Take a nice slow belly breath, just enjoying the stretch of the soles of your feet. And then let's come forward onto our hands. You can uncurl the toes and maybe tapping them a little bit feels good. Find stillness and tiger pose on the left side. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. And 4 more. Last one comes all the way through. Planting our right hand, sweeping our left arm up. Left arm comes down. Inhale, sweep right, both arms above the head. Let's flip our palms this time. We're going to float our arms behind us so that the heels of our hands can meet, clasping the fingers. With our knuckles, slide them down your tailbone as you roll your shoulders back and down, gaze up at the ceiling. a little variation on our back bend. Release the hands and inhale them up overhead. And exhale, fold the hands down, curling the right toes under, lifting up, coming into low lunge. Plant the right hand down, sweep the left fingertips up to the ceiling. Left hand comes back down, coming up into crescent, hands rest on the side or on the sides. Extend the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to open to the left to a T. Full expression and breathe. Left hand floats down, both arms come up overhead. And then let's float back down to our low lunge. Let your right knee come to the mat. Left hand on the inside of the left foot. Fingers and toes line up. Set yourself up for your runner's lunge on this side, whatever feels comfortable to you. Bow your head, breathing into the left hip. Nice, long, slow breath. And exhale through your mouth. And then we'll begin to come out of this. So rocking back and taking our leg and knee back to the mat, finding child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes to touch. Coming down, bringing your forehead to the mat. And let your hands and palms be wide in front of you. Your fingers are bright and active. And coming back again to the mantra, Om Hrim Hum. Om Hrim Hum. Just really letting and inviting in the universe to support you in the best version of yourself. Take a nice slow breath. Fill your lower back with your breath. And then exhale it out. We'll begin to come up on our hands and curl our toes and find our way into down dog. Paddling out the dog first, taking some time to get comfortable here, waking up the body. And then when you've had a chance to do some movement, find some stillness in your dog. Really see if you come up on your tippy toes and begin to lower the heels down. And then focus on beginning to bring your belly closer towards your thighs, letting your head hang heavy. Let's roll forward into our plank. And exhale ourselves back up to down dog. 2 more. Exhale back. Last one. And exhale. Walk your feet towards the front of your mat, meeting in our standing forward fold. Hands on our shins as we inhale to a halfway lift and exhale, fold. Let's do 2 more. Inhale halfway. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more. And fold. Micro bend the knees, hands on either side as you inhale to a reverse swan dive. Slight back bend. Fingertips to touch, hands to the heart. Stepping our right leg back, finding our warrior 2. So line yourself up, knee over ankle, front heel aligned with back arch, shoulders back and down, hips are open wide the length of our mat as we take our arms long, gaze over the front. Inhale, fingertips to touch as we straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale up. Exhale, sink in. 1 more. And exhale. Extended side angle, reaching long. Left arm bends at the knee, right bicep by the ear. Long line of energy from the edge of your right foot to your fingers. Keep your legs the same as we reverse. Left hand reaches over. Beautiful. Inhale through, back to side angle. Exhale, reverse. One more time. And exhale. Straightening the front leg. Arms come back to a T, heading into triangle. Reaching to the left, opening our heart up. Gaze can be forward or up at the ceiling. And then inhale yourself back up to standing. Let your left foot rotate in, arms can come to hips. And we're bowing forward into a wide leg forward fold. Bring the hands down to the ground. Let your head be heavy here. Take a nice slow breath. Let's walk our hands as we bend our right knee, walk our hands over in front of our right leg as much as we can. Enjoying that stretch. Bring yourself back to center. Bend your left leg and walk your hands over that way. Coming back to center. Hands on your hips, micro bend your knees with a flat back. Inhale yourself back up as we open up to the opposite side of our warrior two. Feeling strong in our warrior. Straightening our front leg, fingertips to touch, inhale. Exhale, sink in. Let's do two more. Extended side angle, reaching forward, bending the front arm, left bicep by the ear. Legs stay the same as we reverse our arms, reverse warrior. And now flow with breath. Inhale through. Exhale back. One more on each. And exhale. Straightening the front leg, arms to a T, triangle. Reaching to the right, hinging at your hips and opening up. Gaze forward or at the ceiling. Use your core and pull yourself back up. Let the hands float down. Right foot rotates. One more wide leg forward fold. Hands on the hips, big inhale. Exhale, forward fold again. Left hand under the heart, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then right hand comes down and comes under the heart and we sweep left ones up. Take a breath. And then bring your hand back down. Hands can come back on the hips, micro bend your knees. With an inhale, bring yourself all the way back up to standing. And let's step to the top of our mat. Going into a balanced pose next. So we're going to do eagle. So find yourself at the top of your mat and have your hands on your hips if you like. We're going to ground down first into our left hip, or left foot rather. I suppose it's our hip too. So let's begin by crossing over our right leg. I like to start with both of my feet kind of in a kickstand. And then I'm going to sink in like I would into chair pose. You can have your foot and use your right foot as an anchor, or you can have it off the ground, your choice. Once you feel stable in your base, let's take our hands out in a T. And then we'll take our right arm underneath our left. So you're finding yourself in eagle. Maybe challenge yourself to lift your foot up if you haven't. If you want to go deeper here, you can begin to forward fold. Start taking your elbows and folding towards your knee or knees. Make yourself in a tight ball. See if you can keep your balance or keep anchoring with the outside foot. And then when you're ready, let's begin to come out of that. Uncross the legs, uncross the arms, let them float back down. Whew, give yourself a little wiggle. Let's do that on the opposite side. Rooting down in our right foot, crossing over the left. Beginning to sit down like chair pose. Arms out to a T. Left underneath right. See if you've got your balance here, flying like an eagle. And if you would like, you can begin to do the forward folding, elbows towards knees, making yourself in a tight little ball. Take a breath. And then begin with strength to pull yourself back out of that. Uncross legs, uncross arms, and float down. Whew, that gets a lot of energy moving for me. Let's find mountain pose. So our feet, our hips width apart, roll our shoulders back and down. Palms are open on either side with the pinkies facing forward. Close your eyes, crown of the head is lifted. Let's take a couple of nice slow breaths here in mountain pose. Om Hrim Hum. Om Hrim Hum. Take a breath all the way down to your belly and release it with an open mouth exhale. And then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take gorilla pose today. So we're going to lift up both of the soles of our feet. So kind of rock back onto your heels. You're going to tuck your hands underneath, palms facing up. And your hands will probably, think about having the ball of your foot kind of cupped in the middle of your hand. And then you can release your toes back down. Let your head be heavy. You can micro bend your knees as much as you need. And then once you get into it, you can see if you can kind of straighten your legs. Let your head again just hang heavy in gorilla pose. Let's take 2 slow breaths here. And then as you're ready to lift your toes so your hands can come out, and then we're going to begin to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to our mat. And then begin to rotate in a way on your mat so that you can take your hands long in front and begin to lower yourself all the way down. Let's take our feet wide on our mat and our knees to touch. Palms of the hands open on either side as we drop the legs over to the right. And then come back to center and drop them over to the left. Back to center. And then any last movement that would feel good before you head into Shavasana. Maybe it's windshield wipering one more time on each side. Or taking your legs in a tight ball, knees towards chest, whatever feels good to you. And then as you're ready, expand yourself to Shavasana. You can close your eyes down. And let's begin at the top of the head, relaxing your forehead. Opening your mouth wide and releasing any tension in your jaw. And then relax the jaw. Soften the chest and the collarbones and the rib cage and the belly. Let your shoulders feel supported to the elbows, down to the wrists, softening the palms and the fingertips. Let your hips just melt into the floor. Soften the muscles in your thighs, in your calves, ankles, soles of the feet and toes. Om Hrim Hum. Today, I am creating a better version of myself. Take a nice, long, slow breath. Begin to inhale your arms up overhead. And gently reach with one arm and then the other. Roll onto one side. Place a hand on your heart and just pause for a moment. Give yourself gratitude for self-care. It's always a good thing. And then we'll meet in our usual spot to be able to close out practice. So find your comfortable closing spot. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Begin with a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale to chant. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace in our hearts, peace in our words, and peace in our thoughts. Have a wonderful Monday. Namaste.